Hello traders, you're welcome to this video and I especially welcome you back to the Forex Geek channel. In this video, we are going to be discussing the inverse Fisher transform of RSI indicator. Okay, now I know the name might sound a little bit complex, but it's quite a straightforward indicator. I'm just going to add the name to the charts right here so we can see it with clarity. Inverse Fisher transform of RSI. So this is the name of the indicator, and I'm just going to add the indicator to the chart right away. Inverse Fisher transform of RSI. Okay, so this is the inverse Fisher transform of RSI indicator. This is how the indicator looks like. It's an advanced technical indicator that takes the relative strength index to the next level by applying a smoothing moving average and Fisher filter to the RSI values. So it's a custom indicator, which means it needs to be downloaded from an external site and then added to the indicators library before you'll be able to use it on your chart. Okay, and this indicator can be applied across all time frames, and it doesn't matter if you're a scalper or a day trader or a swing trader, you can be able to make use of this indicator effectively. Now quickly, we are going to be looking at how to use this indicator to identify good buy and sell opportunities. And as you can see clearly on the chart, the indicator oscillates between -1 and 1. Okay, right here on the indicator window, it navigates between -1 and 1, and we have a midpoint at the 0 level. Okay, now values above 0 indicate positive momentum or bullish momentum, right? While values below the 0 level indicate bearish momentum. Okay, but now to get precise buy and sell signals, we have to look at a couple of factors. The first is the color of the inverse Fisher RSI indicator and the position with respect to these levels, the -0.5, 0, and 0.5. So when you have the inverse Fisher of RSI line red in color and crossing above the -0.5, you have a precise buy signal. All right, quite straightforward. So when you have that precise buy signal, you can go ahead and enter a buy after you must have confirmed your entry. Now, one of the ways you can confirm your entry is to look out for bullish candlestick patterns. So if you happen to find any bullish candlestick pattern about the same time when you get this buy signal, it's a go ahead, right? It's a go ahead for a buy trade. So having found a doji, remember that a doji represents a state of indecision between buyers and sellers. We've talked about doji in the previous video. You might want to check that out. So after we have found this doji right here, as you can see, we even had both a standard doji and a dragonfly doji, right? The dragonfly doji being a bullish candlestick doji, while the standard doji just represents an indecision state, right? So after the dragonfly doji formed, it would have been an additional confirmation to enter this buy trade, right? And after doing that, we can set our stop loss right below the swing low, and then for our take profit, we can decide to use resistance zones, or we can decide to wait for the inverse Fisher of RSI indicator to get into the uppermost zone, right? Or rather, to climb above the 0.5 level and start pointing downwards. Once it crosses below the 0.5 level, to be a good time to exit your buy trade. right? So if you do not want to make use of support and resistance zones for your exit, you can decide to use the reverse signal from the inverse feature of RSI indicator to exit your trade. Now let us look at a sell example. Okay, so a sell signal comes when you have the color of the inverse feature of RSI indicator blue. When it is blue and then it cuts below the 0.5 level, you have a precise sell entry signal, right? Rather a precise sell signal. So right after you get that sell signal, after the inverse feature of RSI indicator drops below the 0.5, you can go ahead and enter a sell trade, set your stop loss right above the swing high, and for your take profit, you can decide to use support zones, or you can decide to wait for the RSI, the inverse feature of RSI indicator, to get down below and curve back upward above the minus 0.5. If you find that, you can go ahead and exit your sell. So in addition to these two different exit strategies, you can also decide to use other indicators to confirm your exit. For example, you can decide to use a moving average, just an example. You can actually decide to use any indicator of your choice, all right? But in the case of a moving average, we can see that we can confirm both our entries and our exits. For example, when we had a sell signal around here, the moving average also gave us a sell signal right around that same point. So it's confirmed the signal given to us by the inverse feature of RSI, all right? And then in the case of an exit, we can see that right about this time, when the inverse feature of RSI gave us a buy signal, which was an exit signal for the sell trade, we can see that the moving average also confirmed that signal about this point, right? So the moving average in this case was serving as an effective confirmation tool, okay? And then we can see that even in the case of buy trade, in the case of a buy trade, we can see that here the inverse feature of RSI indicator confirmed the buy, and right about this point when the moving average was confirming a buy exit, you can see that the inverse feature of RSI also gave a sell signal, which meant an exit signal for our buy trade. All right, so this is proof that the moving average can be used as a confirmation tool. Now, you can either use moving average or any other indicator of your choice. Okay, there is no restriction to that. So long as the indicator you decide to use is, it gives trustworthy signals, right? So long as it gives trustworthy signals, you can go ahead and use the indicator. But mind you, there is no indicator that guarantees 100% accuracy, right? No indicator out there is foolproof. Okay, the moving average is not an exception. The inverse feature of RSI is not an exception. Okay, so that is it for this indicator. The inverse feature of RSI indicator gives clear signals. Whenever you have the indicator red in color pointing above the minus 0.5, it's a buy signal. Whenever you have the indicator blue in color pointing below the 0.5, it's a sell signal. Now you can use a buy signal to exit your sell trade, and you can use a sell signal to exit your buy trade. Ensure that you always apply proper risk management to not trade an amount you can't afford to lose, and make sure you do not risk more than 2% of your account balance in a single trade. All right, so there you have it. I hope you found this video insightful. Kindly like and subscribe for more trading insights, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on more trading videos like this. In the meantime, thank you for watching and happy trading. I hope to see you in the next video.